Next, we have Victoria. I'm going to jump right in and I'm going to show her pitch video first, and then she has some things to share with us. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and let's let it play.
My name is Victoria Skwarek, and the name of my game is PE Catastrophe. Will you make it or will you fake it? The object of my game is to be the first player to make it all the way around the game board and back to start with the most PE bucks. After everybody receives 10 PE bucks, have a player roll a dice and move that many spaces. Do whatever the tile you landed on says. Do the exercise, and then you would get the amount of PE bucks. But if you couldn't do the number of exercises, you will have to pay a $5 fine. You could also land on an exercise. If you don't do the exercise within the time limit, you would also have to pay a fine of $5. PE Catastrophe. Will you make it or will you fake it?
All right. Awesome. I'm gonna stop sharing. That's awesome, Victoria. I'm tired just watching your video because I feel like I would be working out a lot playing your game. So welcome, and what do you have for us today?
So what I have for you guys today is I'm going to be showing where it all like took off and stuff. So, you know, the name of my game is PE Catastrophe. And so I'm going to be showing you guys where it all started. So it all started with this program called ELPS. And in ELPS, you learn a lot of new things. And one of the units were inventors. So as you see, it says my invention log. And this was where like we started building our game. So it is first the brainstorming ideas. This is my brainstorm ideas. So, you know, I brainstormed some ideas. Like first we did like all the ideas that we had, and next we did the 5 best ones, and then we did the best one, and the best one was a game with a lot of movement. And then
so can I pause you right there?
Yeah.
Why did you want movement in your game? Why was that important?
Well, because during this pandemic, you know, I feel like people are just feeling like they can't do much, like they can't go out and stuff. So like if they don't want to go out on a run, like this is the game is like for you to like exercise in like in a fun way, you know. Some people don't like to exercise. This is an exercise in a fun way with PE bucks and in like how many seconds and minutes you have to do it in.
Nice, I like that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so next we had to sketch out our ideas about how our game was gonna look. And then we did the view. This was from above, and then the back, and then the side. And then after we did that, we had to research about our game, like not about our game, but like other games that were kind of similar to our games. And we did that, and then we looked, then we did the game instructions, as you can see here, all the game instructions and stuff. So we did like, it was kind of like a practice before we actually did it. And then they included some games in the back of like how like we could, you know, like how we can like do it and how we could incorporate it and stuff.
So was that the instructions for Candyland?
Yeah, that was.
Okay, cool. So you could look at other instruction sheets to see what do you need on there. So can we pause? What are some things that are needed on your instructions?
So like how many players, and like a description of my game, and like how to win, and like the gameplay, and like the setup, and like how the age and the object, and yeah.
Yeah, so there's so much more to rule writing than just what are the rules. You have to talk about, I think you hit it all. Those are the ones I was thinking of. You know, how do you set up the game? How many players can play? What is the objective? What are you trying to do? How do you win? So very cool. And I like the fact that you were looking at other games instructions to see examples on how it's done.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, you know, then like we went to, then, you know, like after we sketched and stuff, then you would go out and buy your own materials. So I got this board from the dollar store. I got most of my items from the dollar store. But like these papers that I made out, I got them at home, and these like things, the little squares, I got them also from the dollar store. So I got pretty much basically everything from the dollar store. And then, because I felt like almost every game has cards. So I decided to include, you know, some cards, and this is what they look like on the back. It says PE Catastrophe.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is what it like says. So basically it's like this. So here's the exercise. And then here's how much you get paid for the exercise if you do it. And for the cards, there is no time limit. There was all a bunch of different cards here.
Mm-hmm. Can you read a couple of those off?
Yeah, sure. So it looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, do 10 star jumps and earn $15. I mean,
See,
$5.
I'm already tired. I'm already tired.
Yeah.
What are some of the other ones?
It says, one of them says, hold a 20-second plank and then you get $25.
Okay.
And then this one says, this one's pretty hard, do 25 squats, you get $15.
I want real money for this.
You know, because like whatever, maybe you do PE and like you get rewards of like something else. Like, so like you like, you know, get kind of rewards. This is what they look like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Play money. So where did the play money come from?
I got those from Party City.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because like I didn't print them out or anything. I didn't do that. So yeah.
Very
and then
cool. Here's
what the game pieces look like.
Yep.
Yeah, they're the game pieces from Sorry.
Okay.
There's 4 of them, and I felt like, you know, so I just want to explain these little star spaces a little more.
Okay.
So the first one says start, and there's an arrow pointing this way, and you go like all around there. And then the next one says switch places with the player. So once you land on this, you pick another player that's already out there. And you can't like switch with a player that's already on the start. You have to switch with the player that is already on the board. So let's just say, so a player is right here. Let's just say he's over here. And then green's all the way over here. So then blue could probably say, oh, I want to switch places with green. And then they would swap. And then the yellow one here says jail. And that means you have to stay there until somebody else passes you. So let's just say green is here in jail, and then red comes and passes him, then he's free. So he basically loses a turn. He can't move out of there.
Okay.
And then this one says go back to start. So once you kind of feel like you're closer to the end, you have to go all the way back to start.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So the game's a little bit like about skill and a little bit of luck, because you don't really want to land on the space.
Yeah.
So these presents right here, I got them from the dollar store as well. And once you land on it, it says, once you land on a present, you say you got a present with 40 PE bucks. So you don't really have to do any exercise. You just land there and you automatically get 40 PE bucks. And then there's some like take a set of cards, and that I showed you, this is basically what they look like.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what you would take, and they would be right here in the middle. So yeah. So they would be in the middle, and like, as I said, I explained a little bit in my pitch video that each player starts off with 10 bucks. Just because, you know, if they don't do the exercise right away, if like don't do the exercise and they want maybe are saving up their energy, they would give that 10 and they would receive a 5 back. So yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and there's like all different ones, lose a turn, and it's basically, let me just read one off. It says do five do 5 side-to-side jumps in 9 seconds. So one of your teammates would be counting, and then you would have to do 5 side-to-side jumps in 9 seconds. If you wouldn't have completed it, you would have to give a $5 fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's a little tricky.
Yeah.
It's a lot of energy you're getting into this game. So yeah, that's why I included like 5 players, not just 2. And that's why I included 4 players, not just 2 or like 1, because you really wouldn't play the game by yourself. And if there's 2, your partner would maybe like go on lose a turn, and then it would be back to your turn, and you just had a turn, and you had like to do like 10 push-ups, and like you would be exhausted. So better to play with more players, because like the more the merrier. And because like so you can get breaks here and there.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. So I know we're wrapping up here. We got about a minute left or so. I like to ask everyone, how did it feel when your name was called as a winner?
Oh my goodness, it was amazing. My whole mouth dropped because I was hearing that it was from like Texas and New York, and I was like, I thought it was New York, and I was like,
oh, you're okay.
So I was like, oh, and then I heard my name and I started jumping all over the couches because I was that excited. I was like, oh my goodness, because we have like this program, and like I was the only one that got chosen from that program. So I was like, my mouth just dropped.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So I think we're right at 8 o'clock. Let's see here. Your sponsor was Hasbro. So I just want to say thank you to Hasbro again for choosing you for best outdoor and active play. Definitely active, maybe a little bit more active than I want to be right this second, but I love the idea of getting people up and moving, and like I also love fitness and working out and playing sports, and it's been really hard not being able to do those things during the pandemic. So I love that you went that route of getting people up and moving.
Yeah, because like I wanted to create a game that I liked personally. Like, let's just say I didn't like math, and I wouldn't create a game about math because like let's just say I didn't know much and like I didn't really like it. So like why would I do that? Like I don't like it, and it's like my game, not anybody else's. So
exactly. Cool. Any other questions? I think we're set. All right. Well, good job. Thanks for coming on today and sharing more about the design of your game. Kind of like I mentioned to you before, I love that you have that packet that walks you through the design process. I'm sure that helped guide you in the direction to go. But great job. Congratulations. And we'll talk again soon.
Okay.
All right. Bye.